I heard a shh. I could blow my horn. You know what? It's a good thing I didn't blow my horn. Yeah, alright, everybody. We are here today taking a look at the full release of a little banger I've been looking forward to. This right here is Dredge. Now, you might recall we actually covered a demo of this a while back. And I explained then why I was excited about this, but you know, we're kind of like in this current stage in gaming at the moment where everything is like a remaster or remake, etc., right? So how about we explain this in layman terms and common terminology that we're used to right now as of late. Dredge to me is what Sunless Sea would look like today if somebody was to remake it. And that's not to say that, you know, Dredge doesn't have its unique qualities, because obviously it does, but if you're looking for something to kind of compare this to, Sunless Sea would be your go-to. Dredge, you just happen to be a common fisherman looking for a job. And a sudden storm makes you lose track of everything and makes you, I suppose, shipwreck in an island where, well, things aren't exactly so normal. Let's check it out. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying in the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Oh, welcome, great Marrow. I must say, quite a dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you out there to catch some fish, see if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown, before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time, it can really creep up on you. Interesting choice of words, creep. Because that's what's going to be happening here, so just go out there, you know. You're looking for a job, apparently you found it. You shipwrecked into a job, so good for you, right? Everything is fine. Let's go out there already and just do a little bit of fishing. And first and foremost, the art direction of this game is so good. Especially once all the mindfuckery starts to happen, you can go out there and, well, maybe we'll see it this video, maybe we won't, we'll see. Let's see about catching some fish here. This kind of takes place in a little bit of a QTE type of style, you know, that goes around, you click on it. I think you get a better chance of getting better rewards this way. Now, at the moment, all we really got to do is just fish, fill this boat off, and then just sell everything. So, in the premise of showing you guys a bit more beyond just the introduction area, we'll probably do a little bit of editing here and there to kind of cut that off a bit. As you can see, we've caught some fish right there. These, I believe, we cannot catch. Now, one thing to note is that the time only moves, which is good, when you're actually doing something. You're fishing, you're moving. If you're stationary, then that also doesn't move, which is great. It lets you kind of plan things out a little bit. If we go over to our skills here, these will be things that you unlock when you unlock different equipment. Let's take out our spyglass here. Because our spyglass will let us, or spyglass? Spyglass? I don't know what I said. It wasn't spyglass, that's for a fact. Lets you plot out where certain things are. For instance, right now we have fish in shallow water. Our current rod does not allow us to fish in shallow water. Here we got some, I think those are cod if I remember correctly, but those we can indeed fish. So if it basically doesn't have an X through it, it means you have the proper equipment for it. And this is where you play a little bit of Tetris with your catch. Essentially, you gotta make it all fit. And, you know, obviously as you progress with the game, going forward, you'll get bigger boats and upgrades to put more in there. I mean, to attribute it to something recently, well, I mean, we got Resident Evil 4 Remake, making all the splashing rounds, which, by the way, great remake. But, you know, this reminds me of that when you were playing over there Tetris with your inventory. Although, modern day Remake kind of took all the fun out of organizing your inventory, right? Let's be honest here. In the original, oh man, I would spend so much time in that inventory trying to get everything in there. Nowadays, all you gotta do is hit Alt, and you're in a keyboard, and automatically does it for you.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Let's see, we could also turn on our light. at nighttime. Let's see, have I not done that just yet? Excuse me. There it is. That'll kind of stave off. Right now we just have a little candle, which isn't going to be that great, but it'll stave off some of the darkness, some of the fog at night. You can see up there right now our eye is getting big. Once that turns like, more paranoid looking, it'll be like red and just darting all over the place like, he's cracked out or something or on speed. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I've mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel. Yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you need to sell fish to the local market, yeah. Got it. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised you found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns and other islands might pay different, but you might still get a debt outstanding here, so I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So, you could obviously, there's going to be different little islands out there you could sell fish to, and you might make a profit better with certain fish in different areas, so there's also that to look for. Right now, we're just going to sell everything off. We're going to get $146 reduced for this. Not a bad day's work, I would say. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. So, he's hooked me up here with the research part. We will need this to unlock more equipment down the line. But if we wanted to use it right now, what could we use it on? We could use it in the hydraulic rod, which would let us catch oceanic fish. As you can see, 50% fishing speed as well. Mechanically assisted reels allow the catching of significantly larger species. Okay, so let's come over here and meet the shipwright. She's going to be taking care of all of our upgrades, obviously. Once you research something, she will be able to sell it and install it for you. She at the moment does have a weighted line which lets us catch shallow water fish. 150, we got 124, so we still need to catch a couple more to be able to get that. We could also repair our boat whenever that takes damage when we run into combat. Slam into rocks as, your boy is prone to do.
He's right.
Okay, one thing we can do is apparently just pay off our debt right now if we want to. So, you know what? Let's do that. Now with this done, let's ask about the last fisherman. The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running through on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left. Never came back. So long. He shan't be missed by us. I'm sure that's all that happened. But now that we paid off our ship, let's see, we got something new opening up here. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts, Great Tomorrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Alright, so we'll be cutting here forward a bit after that little interaction with the mayor. What I've done essentially, I went off and I just fished for a bit to get some money so we can get some upgrades and get a little bit further here in this video by not being limited by the equipment we have. So one thing we haven't done is go to the dry dock. This is where we'll make the significant improvements. It's also run by the shipwright. So this requires lumber, metal scraps, essentially all sorts of leftover remains from other ships that we'll find out in the world as we go along. We have to bring it back. So at the moment though, we do have enough for 254. We've paid off completely. Let's see about acquiring shallow water, which we'll need for requests soon enough. Solve for 3 hours, that's fine. We're going to play it a little bit brazen here, and we're going to go out at night. With our little dingy light here, that's all we have. But I do know of a quest coming up that requires certain night fish. One of them is going to be this one right here, as a matter of fact. So, let's go ahead and just stock up. Oh, missed that one. Let's stock up in and out, and we might even see the variants. We haven't seen any variants just yet. The variants are the ones that have been mutated for, well, game reasons that you find out as you progress further into the game here. So right now we can still chill at night, you know? It's not like, you know, you can't be out here at nighttime. It just becomes progressively more dangerous the further out you get, and also the higher insanity starts to work at there. So here we have a different thing. As you can see, some of the quick time events for these things get a little bit funky. And if you get any golds, you also get a special type of fish.
Bad idea.
You see how that's, oh my god, it's shaking now. Oh no. Oh, the light's going off. Yo, there's lights here though. Alright, hold on, chill. Turn it back on. Okay. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. A henchwoman approaches you from the steps of the lighthouse. She stops from a distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension.
Why are you here?
I've come to fish.
There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on.
She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Alright. Let's see here. What's the order that you need? Didn't you need like flounders and an eel? Oh, this is gray eel. Oh, okay. We can do that one right now. Okay, so having met that woman, the mayor apparently also now has new things for us.
Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Merrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please?
Little Merrow is another town, like, fairly nearby as a matter of fact, so yes, I could do that. And I will buy the cloudy lens. Oh, that happens to be... Look. It needs to go right there. Oh, it's fine, we can still put it in and then the package, perfect. Package will deliver that, maybe at nighttime, we'll see. So, this is fine. We are now set up for our nighttime expedition.
It's gonna get weird.
So what we're looking for is, what exactly was that again? It was a black grouper and 2 arrow squids, which we have caught before, but I sold them. Because I needed money then. Let's see. Again, before we travel too far out there and waste time. That should be the grouper right there. Because it's unidentified, which means we haven't caught it before. But it looks like the grouper that we see in the daytime, so that is going to be our boy right there. So, boom, boom, boom. Black grouper. We just needed one of these too. But there's no reason not to stock up on a few extras for some extra cashy cash. And maybe we could do 2 more. We got to leave room for 2 arrow squids, which I believe are 2 spots each. So you know what? We should be... Oh, that's depleted anyway. Don't really matter. Now, when it comes to nighttime in this... Oh, okay, we can kind of see... Oh, there's some treasure out there. Dredge. We don't have the proper equipment for that just yet. There's also some dredge right there for ship upgrades. So we're looking for the squid right now, right? Oh, perfect. You know what? That's going to be at the other side where we have to deliver this package. So the quid's going to be the quid. It's a currency, Falcon. I heard a ship at night. Oh. Oh. These nighttime ships, by the way, not good. I could blow my horn. You know what? It's a good thing I didn't blow my horn. It's a good thing we did not blow that horn. This is also where we get, I believe, our first skill book, which, as I mentioned, if you read over time, it gives you different abilities. The delivery, let's see here. Here's a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't see for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. So again, there's going to be this air of mystery throughout the entire time. And here is where you come and sell any sort of actual treasure you find. You can't sell it off over at the fishmonger, obviously. So right now we have nothing to sell, so that's fine. We'll keep this in mind for the future. Special trinkets, yeah. Nothing at the moment, my good sir. Now here's what I will tell you guys. There's a thing that we got to do off to the right. I still want to cover that. But before this video's over, hopefully this game lets me say it before I do something terrible. We're going to go to that red light to show that off. Assuming it's nearby, I hope it is. Okay, so oh my god, this guy is not liking being out here. Chill, dog, chill, we're over here. Relax. Boom. Boom. Give me that sweet cash, thank you. Anything new? Been meaning to talk to you. Oh, this is where we learned about crab pots. This is something that wasn't in the demo at all, I don't believe. But essentially, he will hook us up with a cage that we can now fix. We don't have to fix it, but we could to make it last longer. Which you just basically put these randomly in places, And over time you come and check them, you might have some crabs. The good kind that you want crabs. Not the other kind of crab that you necessarily don't ever want to deal with because it's kind of a pain to deal with.
Oh!
I guess we might as well dump off the crab pot first, right, to show this off? Sure. So here, as you can see, plenty of crabs. We can just drop it right here, and I think we will. So, there she goes. And we have this here letting us know, hey, this is there. No, keep in mind, seagulls can show up and, mess with your crabs before you show up, so you gotta be on tune with that. Let's, do one thing before we go check out the red light. Which you can explore a little bit. Oh, for that one we need the big rod. It costs $400. That right there should be some more dredge for upgrading our ship. Here it is. I think we saw this in the demo, but I did not do it because I didn't have enough content. This time I want to make sure that we have it. A slab of rock juts from the water, bearing crude symbols of curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled away. Very weird, huh? So, by the looks of it, it feels to me that 5 cod might fill up the entire thing. Cod. It seems a bit far though, don't it, Falcon? It does. But, if it's farther out, it might mean there's more, and you know what? From there back to this little stalactite, whatever you want to call it, doesn't seem like too far a trip. So as long as we could pull 5 cod from here, I think we're fine. Now you're seeing how the waves are going to be a bit more crazier out here now that we're out in the wild. Ooh. That seems to be another town, doesn't it? That was like a big ass ship there for a second. Okay, give a low stock? Don't do this to me now. We're not going to be able to get all 5 here, are we? 3 if we're lucky. It's depleted. We're going to have to go elsewhere. Please tell me there's some along the way. Tell me I don't got to go all the way over there. Okay. It's actually right here in front of me. All we need is 3. Could this be the clutch 3 that we need? Oh, it's low. It might just be 2, Falcon. Gold? This is a trophy one. Don't matter. We're still going to sacrifice it for whatever that is because I'm more curious about that. Look at that. 2 again. All we need, CJ, is to follow the freaking fish.
2 hours later.
You know what? It's going to align pretty good, I think. It's going to be 4 o'clock by the time we catch, so it'll be 6. It'll be starting getting dark. We'll start going insane. We'll leave that in the middle of the night. Then we go after the red light. Everything's going to work out really good for you guys' amusement because I think I'm going to suffer right now. This is so beautiful, though. Man. Everything about this game, though, just visually, ooh, it's so pleasing. This is only the startup area, mind you. I can't imagine once you get further and further out into the ocean right there as well. Okay. We're going to learn things the hard way. We're going to probably fail, but that's okay. As long as you guys get some amusement out of my torture, I suppose it all is fine. I'm already starting to go a little bit mad here. Here it is. And a red light's over there too. Oh my god, what an ending to this video, huh? Alright. First and foremost, what does this accomplish? A wave washes over the fish, sweeping them away. When the water recedes, you notice something has launched against the rock. Ooh. Sinew spindle. For coastal and shallow, a handline reel wrapped in a lengthy of stretchy sinew. One end is grafted to a crude bone hook. It catches 2 types, so basically it would do the job of both of these. However, this one has a fishing speed of 40 and this one has a 35% speed. This is only 5%. So yes, 2 different things in one thing, but it'll take longer for you to catch fish whenever you're doing your thing. Oh, I hope this punishment isn't really too bad. I know there's another, stalactite weird thing here. The stone hums quietly, sending ripples throughout the air around it. A faint shape stands upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes. Place your hand on the stone. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. I did this in daytime, and the same thing happened. I was wondering if at nighttime it did something different. So whatever it requires, we don't have access to just yet. Oh god, don't slam into rocks before we even get to that red light, Falcon.
Oh, is it a special fishing spot? It's a special fishing spot. Shapes in the deep. Problem is we don't have the equipment to pick up Dredge.
Well, I apologize, everybody. I thought, it'd be something different. I'm not sure if I did this in the demo, like, go over the red thing. Maybe I did, oh god. But I do not recall. Fish right there, sure. The water seems to actively be chasing me. I think that might have to do something with my sanity being out of whack now. By the way, in case you're wondering if there's creatures out there, like other than boats that could hunt you down, yes. On the trailer, I saw like this entire giant leviathan snake underwater, covering the entire screen underneath you. I can't imagine I'd be too happy to see that one. There's another light over there. Oh, you know what? That might be one of those bottles with messages. I'm gonna post up here at night. Look, I did fairly well enough that I don't necessarily have to die for your amusement, right? I did my part. I offered what I would do and I did it. The game didn't punish me for it, so hey, it's perfectly fine. This has been Dredge. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As I've mentioned, this is only the beginning. There's a lot more crazier stuff out there. But, it's definitely one to look into if you enjoyed Sunless Sea for effect. I think you'd see a lot of similarities here with this one so far. Absolutely gorgeous art style. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.